Hello, my name is Rosa Harrup. I'm from Oak Forest in Illinois, southwest suburb of Chicago. So easier, I guess, to say I'm from Chicago. I'm about to make my video for the entree contest using Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm recording myself, so I'm hoping that it comes out okay. Wish me some luck. Okay, here are the ingredients you'll need to make my specialty dish, Mexican lasagna. You'll start out with 3 pounds of ground beef, and you would just brown that up and add some taco seasoning. I only use 2 packets of taco seasoning, although the packets do say to use, most packets say to use 1 packet per pound. I think it just makes it a little too salty, so I just use the 2 packets of taco seasoning, and you just mix it into the ground beef as directed on the package. And then we have beans, refried beans, a 16-ounce can. The particular beans that we're using today have chorizo in them, but anything, I just like to add that extra flavor. But if you want to stay away from that, you can just use regular refried beans, vegetarian refried beans, whatever's to your liking. And then you also see 16 ounces of sour cream. And then right in the back there we have Kraft shredded sharp cheddar cheese. And again, you have some options there if you'd rather use the Mexican blend or medium sharp, whatever it is that you prefer. I like the sharp cheddar, and so does my husband. So the other cheese we'll be using is, of course, the Philadelphia cream cheese. And we're going to be blending that up with the beans and the sour cream. And then you also see there, you see 16 fajita tortillas, flour tortillas, fajita style. I like to use the fajita style because they're a little bit thicker and a little bit bigger. So just a little bit easier to work with this particular dish. Again, the dish is going to be called Mexican lasagna. And basically what we'll be doing is using the tortillas as you would the pasta in regular Italian lasagna. Okay, so here you see our ground beef browning. In the meantime, what you would have done is turned on your oven to 350 to preheat it and get ready for the lasagna that we're about to put together once this meat is nice and brown for us. Once it's browned, you'd go ahead and drain it, and then you would add the taco seasoning, and you'd add the taco seasoning just as directed on the package. You want to get every last drop of that goodness. And you want to just stir it on up. Get all the flavoring good and deep into every last piece of ground beef. Okay, so we're ready to mix our ingredients. We're going to go ahead and add the sour cream into our mixer. Then we're going to add our refried beans. And last but certainly not least, we're going to add our Philadelphia cream cheese. Oops. Okay. Get this all blended together. Just blend it together on a medium. You would blend it only for about 20 to 30 seconds, and this is what it would look like. Yummy goodness. Okay, your next step will be to heat up your tortillas a little bit, just to make them a little bit softer, a little bit easier to work with. So I just place a wet paper towel around them, throw them in the microwave for about 20 seconds, and you would be good to go. Okay, I went ahead and heated up the tortillas. Again, just 20 seconds. Basically, you're just making them a little bit soft so they don't break when you try and bend them. And they still may break a little, but that's fine as well. And then there you see my lasagna pan, 9x13 lasagna pan, and I did put a nonstick spray on it, just to make sure the tortillas don't stick too much. Okay, so you would get started by laying your tortillas in the pan. And with your bottom layer, you really want to cover all the edges of your pan. We want to make a nice thick base. And again, it's basically our bottom layer, which would be like your noodle layer if you were making lasagna, I guess depending on how you make it. So I put 2 big ones in the middle here, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut some in half to fill in these corner areas and then also the middle areas. Okay, so our bottom layer is ready to go. As you see, I covered all the sides of the pan best I could. You know, you'll have a little bit of openings there, but not a big deal. Your finished product will still be good. What we're going to begin doing is layering all of the ingredients. Over here we have the ground beef that we browned, and then we have our beans, sour cream, Philadelphia cream cheese, all blended together, and then of course we have cheddar cheese. And we're going to lay it into the pan, ground beef, our mixture of cheese and beans and sour cream, and then our sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, I went ahead and I placed the first layer of ground beef. Okay, so then you start spreading spoonfuls of your mixture, your bean, cream cheese, and sour cream mixture. And you just smooth it on top, make a nice thin layer on top. Okay, and once you have that ready to go, you go ahead and sprinkle a layer of cheddar cheese, nice and evenly across the whole pan. Once you have that done, you're ready for your next layer of tortillas. Go ahead and lay them across. And then, now you just have little corners that maybe you want to cover up. You even don't have to. I go ahead and cover them up. Those 2 corners, and then I also cover up the corners on the edge. And basically, I cut a tortilla into 4s, and that's what I use for my corners. And that's easily done just by folding a tortilla in half. And then you just tear it down the middle. Please remember, I'm trying to do this with one hand. And you actually need 2 hands to cut it in half. And then you would just fold the halves in half down the middle again. And again, you would use your 2 hands to tear it down the middle. And this is what you would have, which is perfect for filling in the corners. And now we're just going to repeat our layer again. Ground beef, our sour cream beans and Philadelphia cream cheese mixture, and top it with some cheddar cheese. Okay, so I have my second layer already in the pan. And we're going to put another layer of tortillas. Now the difference this time is that we have our layer of tortillas and we only have our mixture of beans, cream cheese, and sour cream, and some cheddar cheese left. So our top layer is only the bean mixture along with cheddar cheese. So I went ahead and spread a thin layer, just whatever's left, and then I'm going to go ahead and spread the cheddar cheese evenly on top. We're going to cover this up with some aluminum foil, pop it in the oven at 350, and again your oven would already be preheating, so you'll be good to go. Okay, here's the finished product, Mexican lasagna. After approximately 30 minutes, depending on your oven, your Mexican lasagna is ready to go. Here's a plated portion. A good idea is to top it with some sour cream, maybe your favorite salsa. I like to serve it with a side of lettuce and tomato just to freshen it up a bit. Hi, so my husband made it home and I'm able to give this Mexican lasagna a try. Perfection.